Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to review exponent property number 1. Okay, so exponent property number 1 says to multiply powers having the same base, we are adding the exponents. So you should remember this. An example using variables, if we had x times x to the third. Remember, we want the base to be the same. Okay, so the base is x on both of these. The powers are 3, and there's a 1 here. You just cannot see it. Okay, so again, when the base is the same, which is our x, you're going to rewrite the base, and you add the exponents. 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, so your answer would be x to the 4th for this. An example using numbers, let's go with 2 times 2 to the 5th. Okay, you're multiplying same base because both terms have base of 2. Put a 1 above the 2 because we cannot see the exponents, we're going to write it in. When we multiply them, you're going to rewrite the base of 2, and we're adding our exponent. 5 plus 1 is 6. Remember, we want our answers in exponential form, so you're going to keep it as 2 to the 6th. Okay, so again, property 1 says to multiply powers having the same base, we are adding exponents. You may either take these notes on the PDF that I have attached in Google Classroom, or you may use your notebook. Okay, so the examples below, I'm going to go through most of these, but not all of them. And your assignment for property 1 is going to look similar to this review. Okay, letter A to the 6th times a to the 5th. Okay, so this follows property 1 because you're multiplying same base. So I'm going to rewrite the base, and you're adding your exponents. 6 plus 5 is 11. So a to the 11th. Letter B, we have x times x to the 7th. Put a 1 above your x. Okay, we're multiplying same base. So again, we are adding our exponents. 1 plus 7 is 8. Letter C. So letter C is a little bit different. We have more than 2 terms. We have a y in here that does not have an exponent, so put a 1 above it. Okay. You're multiplying same base. So you're going to rewrite the base, which is y, and then you're going to add up your exponents. So if you guys want to take a minute, you would type into your calculator 8 plus 10 plus 1 plus 5. You end up with 24. So your answer in exponential form is y to the 4th. And remember, this just means you would take y and multiply it by itself 24 times. Y times y times y times y. Again, 24 times. Okay, letter D. So we start to get into some of the different ones, which I know we did this year. This is a nice review for you guys to make sure you're ready for next year. Okay, so the numbers in front, which are your coefficients, you want to take care of these first. Since the base is different, you're going to multiply those. If the base was the same, you would keep it in exponential form. So 2 times 9 is 18. Now you're looking at, okay, we have a variable, which is a. The base is the same. So you're going to rewrite your a, and you're going to add your exponents. Okay, so again, multiply the number in front if those coefficients are different, and then your variable, keep the same, add your exponents. So 18, a to the 5th. Letter E. We now have 3 different variables. So let's first add a 1 to our y. Again, you want to make sure they all have powers that you can see. The y is the only variable that's repeated. Okay? So I'm going to keep this in alphabetical order. I'm going to put the x first. It doesn't matter. Once you simplify something, I'm going to cross it off so we don't lose track. Let's take our y. You're multiplying same base. We're going to add the exponent. 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, take our z and rewrite it. Okay, so x to the 9th, y to the 5th, z to the 7th. Okay, letter F. Okay, this one has coefficients in front. They are different. So remember, when they're different, you're just going to multiply them together. 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, I'm going to take the m and the x that are there. You don't see powers, so I'm going to put a 1 above each of them. Okay, let's take care of our m first. So we need to simplify m to the first times m to the second. We're multiplying same base, so we're going to add the exponents. Okay, let's now go to the x. You have x to the first times x to the third. Rewrite your base of x. 1 plus 3 is 4. The y is by itself. So remember, when it's by itself, I'm going to draw an arrow. You're just simply dropping it down. So your answer for that one is 18, m to the third, x to the fourth, y to the fourth. Again, when you multiply same base, you rewrite the base, you add the exponents. Okay, let's look at letter G. I'm going to move down to some other ones. Okay, letter G. So there is a negative coefficient in front now. There's also parentheses. Okay, so I'll talk about these parentheses first. All that means is that you're multiplying all these terms together. Those grouping symbols are the same thing as having a little dot in between. So we're going to take our coefficient, which is the number in front. Okay, because they're different, we are just multiplying them together. So negative 56. The m is by itself, so I'm going to draw my arrow. We are just sliding that down. And then the n is repeated. Okay, so n to the fourth times n to the third. Rewrite the n, and you're going to add your exponents. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So negative 56, m to the 5th, n to the 7th. Okay, so hopefully that's a good review for you for property 1. I would like you to try a few examples now without me. So this was the second page of your notes that I had attached below. I would like you to pause the video and try the first 10. So let's just go from 1 to 10. Okay, so again, go ahead and pause the video and try numbers 1 to 10, and then I will go over them a little bit quicker. Okay, hopefully you tried 1 to 10 without me. I'm going to go over the answers a little bit faster than I did the review of property 1. As always, email me with additional questions and I will set up an extra day of office hours. All right, number 1, x to the first times x to the 7th. We're multiplying same base. You're adding your exponent. So 1 plus 7 is 8. So x to the 8th. Number 2, y to the 4th times z to the 7th times y to the 1st times x to the 9th. So the x to the 9th gets dropped down. Okay, the y we're going to combine. So we end up with y to the 5th, and the z to the 7th is going to slide down. Okay, again, order doesn't matter. Just make sure that you are combining the same bases. Number 3 is a little bit tricky. It is a number base, but the base is still the same. So rewrite your base of 3, add your exponents. 4 plus 5 is 9. Do not put the answer as 9 to the 9th. Okay, because again, what this means is you're taking 3 and you're multiplying it by itself 9 times. So your solution is 3 to the 9th. Okay, number 4, you have w to the 2nd, w to the 8th, w to the 5th. Rewrite your base, add your exponents. You got w to the 15th. Okay, number 5. This one has 2 number bases, and then it also has 2 x bases. The y was by itself. So the first thing you guys should have combined on number 5 were the number bases. So it should be 3 to the 5th, and I'll cross that off. Then combine your x's, x to the 6th. Then you should have dropped down your y. Okay, so your solution is 3 to the 5th, x to the 6th, y to the 5th. Again, keeping it in exponential form. Okay, number 6 is similar to having a coefficient in front that's different. So 3 times 7 is 21. They're trying to trick you on number 6. You're just multiplying those numbers together. It's a normal multiplication problem. Number 7 looks similar, but because that 3 is squared and that 7 is to the 1st power, you now look at your bases. The bases are not the same. So all you do is slide those down. Again, those bases are not the same. So your answer is already what the problem is. It cannot be reduced any further in exponential form. Okay? Number 8, you have 2 coefficients, the 2 and the 9. They are different. They don't have any powers. So 2 times 9 is 18. Okay, and then a to the 2nd times a to the 3rd becomes a to the 5th. So 18 a to the 5th is your reduced answer in 8. Okay, number 9. Let's look at our numbers in front. Okay, so the 3 and the 6 are our coefficients. They are different. They do not have exponents on them. So 3 times 6 is 18. Let's now look at our m. M to the 1st times m to the 2nd becomes m to the 3rd. Your x, x to the 3rd times x to the 4th became x to the 7th. And then since the y was by itself, you just dropped it down. So again, when you multiply letters having the same base, you are rewriting the base and you are just adding the exponents. Okay, number 10, we have the use of parentheses again, okay, which just means that everything is being multiplied together. So negative 7 times 8 is negative 56. Okay, the m is by itself, so you are just rewriting it. And then the n, you have n to the 4th times n to the 3rd, which is n to the 7th. So your answer for 10 should have been negative 56, m to the 5th, n to the 7th. Okay, your assignment for this property is in Google Classroom, attached to the stream, but also where assignments are. Make sure you're showing your work. You're going to just practice property 1 that goes with this lesson. Have a good day, everyone.